review video. Now, I don't do too many bag review videos, but I thought I'd do this because there's not actually that many YouTube reviews on this bag or this brand in general. So a little bit of backstory about this bag. I purchased it off QVC, the American QVC, and got it sent to our villa in Florida. It took about a week, I think. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember prices or anything, but I'll leave all the links down below. And I actually found this company whilst looking for travel bags and like a carry-on bag for the plane. And I came across their backpacks and their holdalls, and then I found this and I was like, you know what, I really want to try one of those. So I did. So the company I'm talking about is a brand called Lug, L-U-G, and seems to be quite popular on QVC in the States. And I ended up purchasing the Carousel bag. This is what it looks like. So it's a small little bag and it can be worn a couple different ways. It can be on the shoulder, it can be a crossbody bag, or how I've been wearing it, and is my favourite way of wearing it, is as a bum bag, a fanny pack, or a belt bag, however you want to call it. But this is how I've been wearing it. So like I said, I got it off QVC. This is their Firework print. You can buy them obviously directly from Lug. I don't think they had this print available at the time, and I wanted this print. There was a couple too that I was debating between, but I thought this was more suited towards me. So I'll just show you the front of the bag. So this is sort of the size of it, and I'll show you what it can fit in a minute. So this is what it looks like. So it's sort of a quilted wipeable material. I wouldn't say it's oilcloth, but it's definitely wipeable and water resistant. So it's got a quilting on it, and it's got this really cute firework print, which for me it was the perfect Disney bag and theme park bag. And I wore this, we've just got back from our holiday and our honeymoon. I wore this as my bag to all the theme parks as a bum bag. So I'll go into the features of it. So on the front you've just got this little detail that doesn't really do anything. You've got the two hooks at the side to make it a crossbody bag. Like I said, I've not actually done that yet, but I could see myself doing that as well. I just liked the ease of it being a bum bag, and the fact that my hands were free and it fitted everything I want, and like I wasn't constantly getting shoulder ache or neck ache or back ache from it, because I'd always be the one to go to theme parks and take all my camera equipment and just like be complaining after an hour that the strap's like digging into my shoulder. So you have these two loops at the back that you can feed it through. You can also feed it through your belt. I obviously didn't do that because I didn't wear jeans, or like, I mean, I wore shorts, but I preferred doing it like this. And it just sat really sort of nicely on my hip. I don't know if I can stand up and show you. I will try it on. Now, I will say I'm all business on the top, but I'm jogging bottoms on the bottom, so excuse that. So I will put this on, and it's actually quite easy to put on. I'll stand up a bit so you can sort of see. That's sort of how it sits on me, just sort of nicely on my hips. And depending on what I wore, like this, if I wore something loose like a dress, it would sit there. If it was I could sort of move it down a little bit, if you know what I mean, and just adjust it. If I was wearing shorts and a bit of a thicker material like jeans, then it would just sort of sit above that almost. So, but then you could have put it through the belt loop. So that's just what I've got to say about that. I am a size 8 and I have it on the shortest strap adjustment for around my waist. So just bear that in mind if you're planning on getting this for a child. They might be too small for it, and it might just sort of slip off. So if you're any smaller than an 8, or you've got a particularly tiny waist, or I am quite hippy, so I feel that they sit on my hips well. It's just something to consider, and it's got this sort of gunmetal hardware on it. I will just attach it now like a crossbody bag and just show you what it looks like that way, because I want to show you everything about this bag. And then so you can either just have it like that on a short strap, let's see, and I'm about 5'1", just for reference. And again, this is sort of, I can have it like that length, just so it sort of sits on my hip. I know this is not the best angle, but you can make it really, really long. Like, if I stand up on the sofa, I can make it really, that's sort of the longest it's on. Actually, no, it's not. That's a lie. Hold on, let me make it be longer. So that's the longest it's on, and it comes below my bottom. So it is quite an adjustable bag for if you're tall or if you're short. And that's what I like about it. It's not just a strap with holes in it, because I find sometimes then that limits you, whereas this, it is really nice and easy adjustable, and you adjust it and this thing doesn't move, it doesn't slide, it doesn't become loose. A couple of times I did have to just make it a little bit tighter, but it doesn't dramatically become loose or anything. So that's that. On the back you've got a zip pocket. I didn't actually use this at all, but you could put like anything you wanted close to you, so your phone, your keys, passes, that sort of thing. And then you've got a front quilted pocket here. Now I believe the whole of this bag, I believe, is RFID protected, which is a good thing and a bad thing, which I will come to in a minute. I believe it is the whole bag though, I think. I'll double check on that. So you've got a grey lining to it, so it's nice, you can see everything. And it's got a little elasticated little strap, and that's actually like not furry, but that soft material, so if you put your phone in there, it's gonna be soft and nice and protected. So if you've got something that you don't want to get scratched, or you know, pop it in there. If you've got an expensive little leather item, you can put it in there and it's not going to get scratched. So in that I would usually keep my lipsticks and lip gloss, concealer and a mirror. That's what I'd keep in the front there. And this is for our typical like theme park outing. And then you've got another zip here, and in there is where, I mean, it's quite a big pocket, you can fit a lot in there, but I would keep all my money in there. So a card, like our theme park pass card, my ID, because I'm 21 and can drink over there now, and then any cash I had. So like I said, it's RFID, so no one can come up to you and scan you. I know they have those scans where people can scan your cards and stuff and get your information. So you can put your passport in here, or your cards, and not have to worry about that. The only thing I would say is, when we were in Tampa, I had a hotel key and I put it in here, and I don't know if it was the amount of time it was in there or what, but RFID tends to swipe clean your hotel key cards. And I find it did for mine. I was like, why can't I get in? And I was like, oh, it's probably that, because Darren's did work, and mine worked up until the point of putting it into my bag for like dinner and then coming back to the hotel. So it's just something to consider. It doesn't affect your cards, but key cards, it tends to affect. And then you have the main compartment, which again, you can fit a ton in. Considering this is a small bag, it's really deceptive. So you can fit, as you can see there's two little elasticated pockets. There is no like internal zip pocket or anything, but there's enough organising areas, I think, to compensate that. And again, you've got that grey lining, so it's really easy to find things. I'll just show you some of the things that you can put in it. For me, I had my Polaroid camera, so my Fujifilm Instax. I'll grab that in a second and show you. The camera I'm recording on now, which is a little Sony compact camera, it wasn't in a case. I had this little pouch which had extra memory cards and batteries in. I had my sunglasses, again not in their case, but if it was a soft case it would go in here. I think that was it. Yeah, I think so. So I'll just grab a few things so I can show you. So for instance, this is the camera case. I didn't actually keep it in the camera case just for convenience, but that goes in there. And then this is my camera. So obviously this is not very small, and I could also fit like an extra case of film in there. So as you can see, that's what it looks like in there, like that. And there's still room in there, and they're quite bulky items. Not everyone's going to carry a Polaroid camera, but if you're like me and you do, this is perfect, and it's so easy to grab out from your waist. You're not having to fiddle because you've got both hands. You don't have to hold your bag with one in that. So that is just why I love this bag. And then you've also got the branding on the inside of the lug Carousel. And they do these in a ton of different colours. They do them in a few different prints. There's a couple floral ones and then like standard colours. So you can, if you're more subdued, you can get a black one. But I thought this was super cute for a theme park. A couple other things about it. As you can see, I mean, I did wear this quite a bit. Mainly when we went to a theme park. So I wore this probably, let's say 7 days total wear. And it is starting to have like some bits of fraying, because some of the little fuzzes are coming out. I don't know if you can see that. And then just on the top it's starting to fuzz a little bit. So, I mean, I didn't bash this around, it didn't, but it was on my hip all the time, so it was rubbing up against things. And on the corners you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see, it started to fuzz a little bit. So that's the only thing. Some of the threads are coming off. You can see there's another one there. So that's slightly disappointing. And there's a little bit of stitching coming out there. Like I said, I didn't batter this around. It's where I'd expect after maybe using it for a couple months like straight, or using it year after year at theme parks, not after, you know, wearing it 3 or 4 days at a theme park and a couple of days when we went out shopping to a baseball game. Yeah, so I am slightly disappointed by that. That's sort of the downside of it. I mean, I'm just looking over the bag now and there is quite a few like little stitches and things that have come out. The other thing I would note is I would have liked there to have been on the main compartment, a little zip on both sides so you can access it from either side, or join them in the middle. I think just out of easiness, that would have been something nice to have. So I think that's all I've got to say about it. I'll leave the link down below. They're not you know, sponsored links or anything. There's just ones that I've gone and found. And I did purchase this myself, but I thought I'd just do a video on it because, and like show you it in person, show you what the colours look like and like the size of it and what you can fit in it, because as much as they show you on QVC, they don't, like, obviously they give you an honest opinion about the bag, but this is like, I've used it, I'm showing you what it's like and what the wear's like on it. But I would totally, it's like the best theme park bag I've got. And like Darren had a rucksack, so if we had anything bigger we could put it in his. If you're like a mum on the go, this is like ideal if you need your own little bag on your own. And again, you've got that versatility of having it as a crossbody bag as well. So I have really enjoyed using this. I'll leave any extra information I can find down below. If you've tried the Lug brand, let me know what you thought of it, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!